see the warden. That's 30 days more, pimp killer.
I'm still here, you bastards.
Is it over?
Your term is completed.
Who goes there? So I'm on a trip. 18 months. That video at the start, that was my take on lockdown, and I did find it particularly hard at the end. I don't know how you lot felt about it all, but yeah, I struggled a little bit. But it's good to get away. It's good to spread your wings. I certainly need it in my life. And I've come up to Scotland. Stopped at Oban the other day. Went to the Green Hut. If you're in that area, it is a place you've got to go there if you like seafood. There's a Witherspoons next door. You can go have a drink, make a right day of it. And then from there, I travelled up to Skye and got the ferry over to Harris, which is where I am now. There's no plan. It's a one-way ticket. And I've found out on the internet that I can actually get a ferry from Leverburgh, which is just down the road, get over to North Uist, and then there's a causeway that takes you down to some other islands, so I could do a little bit of island hopping. That could be a plan, we'll see. But I'm so looking forward to this, I just need it. So yeah, hopefully get some good photographs on the way and make a video. Should be fun. Right, my first shoot on Harris. It's my second day actually, but yesterday it was just sideways rain. It was horrible, low cloud, not worth getting camera out really. But today I found there's this. I saw it when I was driving past. There's this rock that you wouldn't normally look twice at, but because the tide's in and we're getting these big waves smashing into it, it's creating some separation between the rock and the sea and Tarrant's, the island in the distance. A little tip I'll give you. Don't normally use split grab filters anymore. I know they're sort of going out of fashion, but they can be useful. For me personally, in my camper van, one of the problems I've got is power, and it can take 10 hours to charge my laptop up. It's a rickety old laptop, battery's going, but then when it's charged up I've got about 40 minutes of use, and that includes downloading photographs, videos, before I've even started editing out. So if I can get the shot in one go, it is a little bit easier for me living on the road. So what I've done here is I've got a split grad filter and I've put it in upside down, because the white foam, as it hits the rock, the sea, the white foam's so bright, if I expose for the foam, the background's too dark and it don't work. So by putting that in upside down I can get it in one shot, which it just saves a lot of messing around the computer afterwards for me. But yeah, I've got the shot already, I'll be honest. I sprayed and prayed a little bit, like you do when you're dealing with waves. You take a few shots and you just pick the best, but there was one that just stood out. As soon as I took it, I thought, that's it, no more. So it's just about to rain, I think, again, so I'm going to get in camper van, rest at night, get wrapped up, and the forecast for the next few days is pretty good, so fingers crossed we'll get some decent photographs. So I was told by a local yesterday, if I come to this side of the island I've got to visit this church here called St Clements Church. And legend has it that if you rub this heart-shaped stone, if you find it first, it's actually quite hard to find, and if you rub it, you get lucky in love. I could do with a bit of love, or a bit of luck. It works. The shot I've just taken, I really like it actually. We've got that warm light coming from the left hand side of the frame, the cool stormy sky to the right hand side of the frame, and just as I was taking the shot, a wave broke right underneath the mountains like an underscore to the mountains, so I'm quite happy with it. It certainly looks decent in the back of the camera anyway. What we also tried to achieve was, I got the tripod quite close to the water's edge so I could use that water rushing through underneath the tripod. I did get caught out once or twice, so a word of warning if you're trying stuff like that, you've got to be fairly careful. I mean, I'd have been safe myself, but I was risking my gear, which is it worth it? No, it's debatable, isn't it, really, just for the photograph. But anyway, I think it's worked out. I got away with it this time, and I'm going to get behind the camera again because the light's changing all the time, so I might get some other shots yet. And if I do, I'll report back. So I'm on my GoPro this afternoon, so you might not be able to hear me very well, but I've just been for a swim, and there must be some sort of strange tide pattern to something because the beach is littered with jellyfish and starfish. We've got these them little geezers, but look at the size of this beauty. I'll put my foot to the size of it so you can see what size it is. I won't want to sing off her. Yeah, so I've been for a swim and just sort of scouted out some compositions for later. We are forecast tonight, if it stays like this as well, we're going to get high cloud, no low cloud, so we might get a little bit of colour in the sky. Not that I really go for that type of thing. I do prefer my movie shots, but it's nice to break it up a little bit. So yeah, looking forward to it. I might go for another swim. There's some fantastic wildlife around here. There's a raft of eider ducks just out there. I saw golden eagles clear as day yesterday. They weren't that far from me, just searching for carrion. Arctic terns dive bombing. in the background. It's brilliant. Anyway, last night I didn't get the shot I wanted because the tide came in further than what I'd anticipated, and the potential shots had disappeared under the sea. So all I got was the sun was setting behind me, and it was casting lovely pastel colours towards Cape of Vale in the background. And I'm getting some nice reflections on the wet sand. So it was just a nice simple shot. I'll show it in a minute. But yesterday we had an incident, and I think it was when I was filming that bloody jellyfish. But long story short, I've lost my phone. Some lasses were helping me try to find it, and then they rang it and it were off, so it's in the drink. Today's Sunday, so all the shops on Lewis and Harris are shut on a Sunday, so I'm going to have to go to Stornoway tomorrow, or maybe later today, try and pick up a phone so I can upload this video and keep in contact with the world. How do we manage without them? But this morning, the light's as flat as a pancake, as you can probably tell. But as the tide's receded, what it's done is it's swept the beach clean, and it's left these black patterns in the sand. They weren't here yesterday. And in the background, we've got the mountain range, and we keep getting a squall going past. So I'm going to try and incorporate some of these patterns and try and capture the squall as it goes past the mountain range. Quite a minimalistic image, and I'll probably have to focus stack it, getting close to these patterns, shooting at f11 and focusing on the pattern, focusing on the sea, and focusing on the mountain range in the background, and stack them together in Photoshop. So yeah, I'll do that, tidy the van, head to Stornoway. Brand new. Never buy brand new, I always buy second hand. Helps the environment and helps my pocket. But anyway, we've got fixed up. It wasn't quite as bad as I thought, so trip continues. Right, I've come back down to Harris, but on my travels I've been talking to a few people, and I didn't anticipate the fact that it were going to be Scottish summer school holidays this early in the year. I've looked at all the ferries and they're getting booked up very quickly, and I don't want to get stuck here, so I'm cutting Harris short, and I'm going to get up. Well, I'm at the port now, actually sailing half an hour over to North Uist, and I booked a ferry from there next week back to the mainland, just because there were unavailable. They really are getting booked up. So the photographs I've taken from Harris, I'm not entirely happy with them, if I'm honest, but like Glenafric last year, I think it takes a couple of visits to places like this at least to get in tune with the place, and especially because you're dealing with tides, high tide, low tide. I'm finding one area is better at high tide, one area is better at low tide. You just get to learn about a place, and I've definitely learned a lot, and hopefully I'll be back later in the year when I'm not having to get up at silly o'clock and stay out till 11:30 when it's still light. It'll be a bit more sensible day for photography anyway. But I do love the place, and now I'm looking forward to getting over to North Uist. So thanks very much for watching. Well done if you got this far, and I'll see you on the next island down.